Welcome to the webinar today about healthy eating. My name is Kat Fuller, and I am a certified health coach. My certification comes through the Center for Obesity Prevention Education at Villanova University. I am so happy to have everyone here to learn a little bit more about healthy eating made simple. So first I'll tell you a little bit about me and my family. After I had my fourth child, my husband and I realized we had a little bit of extra baby weight that we needed to lose. And we tried a whole bunch of things in our adult life, gaining and losing and gaining and losing, and mostly gaining. And we found this program, and in less than 4 months, we both lost over 35 pounds. And we've kept it off for over a year. We have transformed our entire lives, our family's health, and we want to help others. We're inspired to share our success with other people. So we want people to start taking control of their health. So let's talk about the health crisis in America. When 1985, the Center for Disease Control started keeping statistics. And by 1995, they had stats for every state. And you can see in 1995 that the obesity rate was between 10 and 19%. By the blue, you can see in 1995. Now fast forward to 2010, and you'll find that most of the countries in the orange, which is 25 to 30%, or even more for some states, as you can see. So here are some pretty frightening statistics for the US. 2 out of every 3 adults are overweight, and 1 out of every 3 is obese. Something very sad right now is that 1 in 5 children in the US is obese, and that's ages 2 to 19. So 25 million Americans have diabetes, and 79 million are pre-diabetic and might not even know it yet. Is this really evolution? First off, I want you to think about your health goals. Maybe you have a goal to eat healthier, or to increase your physical activity, to reduce your stress, to lower a sugar addiction, or have better sleep habits. If you could do anything physically, what would you do? Would you run races? Would you play volleyball? Would you go on bike rides? Would you play more with your children? What about just going up and down the stairs without getting winded? Who else would benefit in your family and your circle if you got healthy? What we find is that improving health is so contagious, and it's so good to be contagious. If you're making healthy choices, it affects everyone around you. We saw even with our 9-year-old son at the time that he has started changing his choices, and now he's a healthy eater. If you could choose optimal health, would you choose it? So let's talk about some matters of health. I want to give you some really good tips that you can start implementing right away in your life. One of them is to wake up and eat within the first 30 minutes. Many people don't realize this. They might not be hungry when they first wake up. They don't know that jump-starting your metabolism is really important. But eating within a half hour of waking up it signals to your body to stop storing fat. Let's get your metabolism going. Eating every 2 to 3 hours after you wake up will fuel your body properly, keep your blood sugars balanced, and keep your metabolism burning strong all day. This is a concept not only important for weight loss, but for weight management and blood sugar balancing. So what do you eat every 2 to 3 hours? Small protein, carb, balanced meals, 5 to 6 times a day. A lot of you might have heard that before, that eating 5 to 6 times a day is a healthier way to eat. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, but in a bit. But next is the importance of drinking water. And this is a great rule of thumb. We teach people that if you drink half of your body weight in ounces, then that's what we try to get people to do. So if you weigh 200 pounds, then you want to drink 100 ounces of water. And I also like to tell people not to drink their calories. Stay away from juice, stay away from soda, and get your water in. It's so good for your health. So let's talk about why time matters. Why do we eat 5 to 6 times a day? There was a clinical study done by David Jenkins at the University of Toronto on low glycemic eating. He's the pioneer in this. So he took 2 groups of people. They ate the same number of calories and the same foods. And this is important. It was the exact same foods. One group ate 3 times a day, and one group broke it down into 6 times a day. The group that ate 6 smaller meals lost more weight. They were less hungry. They reduced their cholesterol by 15% and their blood insulin by 28%. This is why it's critical when you eat throughout the day. This chart shows what happens when you eat low glycemic fuelings every 2 to 3 hours, 5 to 6 times throughout the day. Those meals are only going to spike your blood glucose and insulin right around your baseline. It's important to do this for your health. If you eat 3 high glycemic meals a day, you experience huge blood glucose spikes every time you eat. Then what happens is the body has to pump in insulin to combat that and bring everything back down towards baseline. This isn't a healthy cycle. You want to try and keep your blood sugar steady and even. Combinations matter too. We talked about eating 5 to 6 times a day, protein carb balanced. A lot of people think when they're thinking about getting their protein that they have to get it from meat. Who wants to do that? Protein comes from so many other sources, as you can see in this slide. Eggs, yogurt, low-fat cheese, nuts or nut butters, fish, poultry, meat, the obvious ones, beans, cottage cheese, and soy or whey protein. A lot of people use those in powders. So these are all great sources that you can use throughout the day. A lot of times when you think about carbohydrates, you think about bread and rice. Well, it comes from a lot of healthier choices as well. Fruits and veggies, low-carb tortillas, whole wheat toast, high-fiber crackers, granola, muesli, steel-cut oats, quinoa. These are all different things that you can use for your carbs. Fruits and vegetables don't spike your blood sugar as much as things like bread, so combination matters. Each time you eat throughout the day, choose a protein and choose a carb and pair them for every meal. One thing I'm a big believer in is portion-controlled meal replacements. The ones we use with Take Shape for Life are already perfectly balanced. They have a proper amount of protein and carbohydrates, so it's an easy option for healthy fueling. Don't think that every time you're eating that it needs to be gourmet. Look at your food like fuel for your body. Each meal doesn't have to be fancy. That would get really exhausting. So your plate matters. Let's talk about a really cool concept that helps people stay within healthy parameters. We call this the 9-inch plate in Take Shape for Life. As you can see, half of your plate should be filled with fruits and veggies. A fourth is protein and a fourth is your starches. This is a great visual. And now think about what 9 inches looks like. Is a 9-inch plate this big, like the ones you see at a restaurant, or is it a smaller plate? Think about 9 inches. Get a ruler out and measure your plates at home. When we go to restaurants, we usually get a 12 or a 14-inch plate. And Americans, an interesting fact about restaurant portions is most Americans will have 2 cups of rice, which that 2 cups alone is more calories than this whole meal. Right there, you double your calories, and we don't want to do that. So let's talk a little bit about the glycemic charts. And I can send these to anybody who's interested. So don't worry about taking too many notes. So sugar, when we look at the glycemic chart, is what matters. If 100 is pure sugar, we talked earlier about how your body responds to pure sugar. You eat it, your blood sugar goes sky high, and then your body has to pump in insulin. So it's better to choose more often foods that are lower on the charts, in the dark greens. Some of the good low glycemic choices are berries, apples, nectarines, and peaches. Some of the higher ones are pineapples and mangoes. A question I get all the time is, so I never get to eat pineapple or mango again? No, have it with a fruit salad and pair it with a protein. We do get to eat those yummy foods. Let's talk about veggies. This one's very interesting to me. I want to point out carrots. You'll see them on both, in the low and the high. Raw carrots are a 30 and cooked carrots are an 80. I like to point that out because cooking foods can change the composition, and you want to make sure you're eating vegetables that are both raw and cooked. So here at Take Shape for Life, support matters. We are very serious about it, and we want to make sure that everyone feels supported along their journey, whether it's for weight loss or just eating healthier. In Take Shape for Life, we offer personal health coaches, Facebook groups, nutritionists, dietitians, doctor, nurse support groups, and weekly client support calls. We want to make sure everyone is supported in their journey. Education also matters. We all know people who have lost weight and then gained it back. So we really want our clients to have the proper education to know how to create long-term health goals. It's really more about rewiring our brains. Our curriculum focuses not just on learning about the food or exercise, but how to deal with emotional triggers and how to make better choices to create better habits that over the long term are going to help us reach optimal health. I always tell my clients that reaching a number on the scale is a side effect of becoming a healthy person. And it becomes less about weight loss and more about gaining health. When you reach that number on the scale, it doesn't end there. So a simple, safe program matters. No matter if you're wanting to lose weight or just eat healthier, it's important to find something that's going to get you there in a healthy way. One that's going to protect your lean muscles and give you the proper nutrition and vitamins that your body needs. So ask yourself, do I currently eat 6 small protein carb balanced meals a day? Have I tried to make changes on my own and I failed? Am I getting the proper nutrition? Do I need help? Take Shape for Life we get our clients started, and we can help. We get our clients started by practicing with 1 meal a day. This is the whole concept with proteins and carbs together. So 5 to 7 ounces of a lean protein, and like chicken or fish, and then 3 servings of a non-starchy veggies. It's good for general health to have the bulk of your healthy vegetables come from non-starchy options like salad, tomatoes, and green beans, and there are tons of these options. So simple nutrition is really important. One of the biggest reasons people find it hard to get 5 to 6 meals in a day is because we are so busy. We're always on the run, taking kids around, working so many hours and doing things all day long. That's why the fast food industry in America is doing so well. We really want people to have quick, easy nutrition at Take Shape for Life. If you want to lose weight, then you eat 5 meal replacements a day. And if not, if you're just wanting to get healthier, you could eat 2 or 3. These are quick, healthy, grab and go, perfectly balanced meals. They naturally burn fat, they protect lean muscle, and here are some of my favorite examples. Mac and cheese, the cookie dough bars are my husband's favorite. We love brownies, and all these are healthy options. Everyone finds things they like, and it's so good to have quick and easy options. So our parent company at Take Shape for Life is Medifast. And Medifast has been a leader in safe, effective weight loss for over 30 years. We've been recommended by over 20,000 doctors since 1980, and all of our research is done at Johns Hopkins. So really, it's safe and effective, and it has the medical research to back it up. Another thing that's great is that we are an American company. We own our own research and development, manufacturing, and warehousing. So you're not getting food flown in from somewhere else. So here are a few people who have had success on the program. And I want to have one of my friends, Amber, talk about her story.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to be on your webinar, Kat. I've just loved everything that you've been talking about so far. And the habits of health and the education, it's just changed my life so much. 10 years ago, I was overweight. I had high cholesterol. My blood sugars were awful. I thought that every time you stood up out of a chair, it was normal that you would just get dizzy and see purple. I found out later that's not very normal. But I lost my weight. I really started getting my habits in line with exercise and eating right and sleeping and lowering my stress. And that's everything that I learned with Take Shape for Life. And I love the maintenance plan. I've been keeping my weight off for 10 years. And it's really just the most simple thing that I've done. But not only me, my mom is on this slide, the top middle, and she lost over 30 pounds and has kept it off for 6 years. And she's just like that active, fun grandma that everybody wants for their kids, right? And so not only my mom, though, my husband's lost 55, my dad lost 30. I mean, I could go on and on. I know so many people that this program has literally changed my family's lives and changed my life. And so I just love Take Shape for Life. I'm glad that you're doing this webinar.
Thanks, Amber. Yeah, Amber, what did you say your family has lost 100 and how many pounds?
Yeah, just between me, my mom, and my husband, it's like over 120 pounds.
That's amazing. And John and I, just the two of us, have lost over 75. So, I mean, this is people we're losing, full people. It's so cool. So, and look at these stories. These are so powerful. Dr. Pecoraro, I never can say his name correctly. He lost 123 pounds in 9 months. And this couple, Molly and Carl, they lost just shy of 200 pounds together. These are lives that are changing. So you might say, I'm ready for a healthy eating makeover. What's next? Raise your hand. Call me, text me. My number's right there. My email's there and my website's there. You can't go wrong with any of these. You can contact me at any of those places. So maybe you need to lose a little bit of weight, and you're not alone. 2/3 of the country does. So you want to get your education materials. We're serious about helping people. We want to get healthy meal replacements, and then I would be your free coach. So I think it's also really important to take a moment and think about who else needs help. Our goal at Take Shape for Life is to eradicate obesity in the United States. We need to open our mouths, and we need to talk to people about getting healthy. We all know people who would benefit from a healthier life and whose lives will literally be saved. So if you found this webinar helpful, feel free to pass it on to someone you know who might benefit from it. And we're also always looking for new coaches. So if you feel inspired to help us with eradicating obesity in America and helping people get healthy, then let me know. We can talk about it. So thanks so much for joining us for our webinar today. And I hope that we inspired some help in you and that we can all go forward and be healthy. Thank you.